the most obvious person about your fucking problems. Oh, thanks. It never occurred to me to see my GP. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, the reason that I don't see my GP about it is because she's not a human rights lawyer. She's a physician. And what can she do? And the people who tell me to go and see my GP or to go to mental health services or even just get a referral to see a counsellor, for fuck's sake. A counsellor. Not a trauma-informed therapist, just a counsellor, for fuck's sake. It's like, why do you think that any of these people are first people that I haven't thought about seeing or haven't seen myself? In fact, I've been fucking sectioned to Hillmorton, a psychiatric hospital, which was formerly Sunnyside. And people go, well, have you thought about ringing the 0800, mental health emergency service? It's like, I've been in Hillmorton Psychiatric Hospital. What do you think an 0800 number mental health nurse is going to add to the situation? And I was discharged, as I keep saying to people, I was discharged from Hillmorton, not because I was no longer suicidal, but because there's no mental health problem. And by no mental health problem, I don't mean the kind of the fallacy of equivocation, which is a linguistic fallacy, which is where we can kind of do a double meaning on, it's kind of almost a bait and switch. Not quite a Mott and Bailey, where people go, well, it does have a mental health impact. But it's like, yeah, but mental health services don't deal with the impacts of the mental health impacts of abuse in the community. They don't. That's not within their power, and you can't just keep sticking band-aids on. So you can't spend time in a mental health hospital, not anymore, because you've got problems that you need to talk through. Partly because talking through them is really exhausting. It's beyond my broken brain to keep talking. I did sign up with a counsellor whom I chose very carefully, and I just realised I don't fucking have time to tell my story to a counsellor to get them up to speed enough with my very complicated story, and also try to do the same thing with lawyers for my fucking criminal trials and trying to go to the police about the people who are abusing me. It's like, I don't want to talk to people. That's not something, I don't want to talk to people about my problems for the sake of talking. I've been doing that for 2 years, and the responses I get are 95% of the time total bullshit, and about 80% of those times positively harmful, like re-traumatizing and also increasing the trauma by telling you that abuse is in my control, and I'm overreacting or I'm misreading the situation or whatever. It's like, well, they're entitled to their opinion, but that does not mean that those are the right people for me to go to see to solve my problems. So the people who are the right people to see who solve my problems are the people who are telling me to go somewhere else, and that's the police, and that's lawyers and judges. It's like, no, the problems that I'm facing are or offences against various acts of parliament, including criminal offences. And it's your job to take those away from me. And I've tried various metaphors, and one that had moderate success at one point was, someone being sort of, I've got in my mind's eye, because I've been quite obsessed with, bear tag and bear encounter videos, like near misses and stuff, not anything gruesome. I watched a